guys. I'm sorry, my chat just disappeared. It was very bizarre. But if any of you guys want to rejoin me, feel free. Again, some very beautiful architecture of Buffalo. And we just saw the Buffalo Scientology building. So if you missed that, that's in the last live. But yeah, it's a very pretty historic area. We'll take a look at the Theodore Roosevelt inauguration site. They got random cutouts here. But yeah, very beautiful. Hey Jen, can you see me? Yes, now I can see you in the chat. But yeah, a lot of beautiful historic homes. This is good. We at least have one person in the chat. So you're going to take a left and see the Theodore Roosevelt inaugural site and check that out. Jen, nice to have you. At least I could see one person. Papa, can you see me? Papa, can you see me? Papa, can you hear me? They got some pizza. Pizza's not that great in Buffalo. I'm going to say pizza ends at like Rome, New York. That's how far west you can go to get good pizza. Not any further. Buffalo, I've yet to be impressed by their pizza. Very impressed with their wings, obviously, but not their pizza. Hopefully others will come. Let us hope. Let us pray. That would be a good thing. I only have 6 people watching. I think they ain't never coming back. So now we're on Main Street, which is unsurprisingly a corridor. It's downtown. We can check out downtown a little more. Downtown is still relatively deserted, although much safer than when I visited it 10 years ago. There's a lot more homeless people, and they're very aggressive and kind of hardcore. And they certainly have chilled it out a little bit. But I wouldn't say it's vibrant or very well utilized, but it's not in the dumps anyway. So this is a good, example of Buffalo dealing with a lot of empty storefronts that they're slowly starting to change. Like I remember walking down this street probably 10 years ago. That's when I last visited Buffalo, was about 2015. I remember walking around this street, and this is abandoned, so it has a new place. This is abandoned, now it has apartments, now leasing. So there's a lot of, this used to be a much more derelict block. It's interesting to come back to blocks that you remember a little bit and see how they've changed. So this is part of this big coffee shop, and also part of the loft. This would be a cool place to live. And even more parts of the loft. Yeah, they're really gambling. This is all the one apartment. They're really gambling with this loft. Although, this is going to be some new thing for the apartment. What was interesting is, Buffalo's doing better because if you go on Reddit, they're starting to complain about gentrification. So if it's not over encompassed. There's some gentrification could be good for a struggling city, for certain neighborhoods, if it's very controlled. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But but then we still see the current problems, right? So that was doing better, but this is all still abandoned with no tenant or anything whatsoever. So it's a little mix. He's having a good time. So yeah, this is like dead spray paint. Beautiful structure, but all dead. This is dead too. Abandoned. So there's still some issues, but it's improving. Because again, last time the other places weren't occupied either. My Babo, my Bambino. Well, don't worry. Trump will be sending the National Guard to clean out the homeless, right? Okay. Hopefully the others come back. Wouldn't that be nice? I don't think anybody's coming back. I think I scared them all away. All right, guys. Theodore Roosevelt. I think I got to walk left. Try to get that. Theodore Roosevelt was inaugurated as president. Fun fact about Buffalo, Grover Cleveland was the mayor of Buffalo who became president. And he was the only mayor of any city to be elected president. No other president had been a mayor of any city ever. So Buffalo has the distinction. New York City has tried. Giuliani, John Lindsay, but they failed. Bill de Blasio failed epically. Bloomberg failed epically. So they tried, but they sputtered. Pete Buttigieg failed. Didn't fail epically, though. He put up a fight. Beautiful homes. Are you by Niagara Falls? Not too far. We're in Buffalo. Right in Buffalo, though. In the heart of the city. In Allentown. And Allentown's kind of supposed to be the hipster, trendy neighborhood. Damn, is this your hometown, Becca? Cool, it's beautiful. Guys, give me a moment. I gotta figure out where the Roosevelt thing is. Okay, guys, we walk straight and then we walk west. So again, it's a mix of up and up places, some places that are pretty down. Although that's a real place, I'll close until further notice. So there's a mix. It's not like, everything is super vibrant. Beautiful homes, yeah, right? Yeah, the city is very stunning. It's a very pleasant, enjoyable place to walk around in. But yeah, we're sort of by Niagara Falls, in a way. We're probably 40 minutes from Niagara Falls. But if you cross directly from Buffalo, you don't get to Toronto, you get to like some small place called Fort Erie in Ontario. More beauty. Place looks so peaceful. It is very, very chill place. Buffalo Barkery. Too bad that's not open. The dog would like that. Well, the dog gets normal food, so that's when you know it's gentrified. There's like a barkery. There's like a dog bakery place, and all right, there's some gentrification going on. Dog bakeries. Give me a moment, guys. I'm trying to find the Theodore Roosevelt monument. Don't leave. All right, guys, we're gonna go up into the get an area with a little less sun so we can get a bigger things. I'm looking at an article that talks about movie shot in Buffalo. Oh, Superman 2? I didn't know that. It's interesting. It's not surprising because it has a really good skyline and architecture, so it could double for a bunch of big cities. I always say, like, being from New York City, there are a lot of cities that look like New York City for all of 8 blocks, but you can still find that. Backroom Vintage, is that only women's? Only women. Oh. It's embarrassingly dead in the area on a Wednesday. It's still, it's not a thriving, it's improving. I would not say it is thriving. But it's not like really down and out as it used to be. Because Buffalo used to be the poster child for like down and out places. Like there's that movie, The Full Monty, with all the male strippers and stuff. That was Buffalo. This is beautiful. Well, it's good. They haven't bulldozed a lot of their beautiful homes, beautiful neighborhoods. So the history is there. You could see the decline of upkeep, right? Just looking at the cracks of the sidewalk and everything. Well, who cares? Just as beautiful, in my opinion. But embarrassingly dead. Yeah. And Wednesday at like 6:30, right? So it's not like should be prime time when people are getting dinner and drinks and stuff. Some areas is less dead in a few couple blocks. It's literally midnight for me, so depressing outside, but goddamn, that place looks nice. That's funny. It is nice. And this is a poster child of, I never want to go here. Everybody says, like a coastal elitist will be like, Buffalo. They'll make fun of it, be like, I have to go to Buffalo. Well, yeah, it's kind of cool. Well, needs some TLC, but it's kind of a delight to visit. People say there's nothing in these cities, but they're actually really beautiful and fun to walk around in with beautiful parks and good food. And I enjoy it. The Full Monty, that was filmed in Sheffield. Remake? Yes. Yeah, I can't remember which was which. They did remake it like a British version. I can't remember because they did it for Broadway. They did it for Buffalo. I don't remember if the Broadway one was the first one. Or if the Broadway one was after the British one. But yes. But they're similar, right? Buffalo is the Sheffield of the USA. This is a beautiful ivy building. Pretty cool. See and here's the Theodore Roosevelt historic site. So we'll check that out. Now let's get another shot of this beautiful, such a walkable, beautiful area. Where are you staying, Dodge? We can see where I'm staying. I'm at an Airbnb that's about a 20-minute walk from here. So it's been nice. I just left my car, been walking around. I went to Fat Bob's, took home, taking some ribs home for my dog. So I ate pretty well. But, you know, a house subdivided in a bunch of different ways. Pretty cool. I like it. Here's Theodore Roosevelt historic site. He made it. Tell your city mayor to fix the damn sidewalks. I'm not from Buffalo. Well, they just elected, I mean, hey, they elected a new mayor. So you might get your wish. That was an interesting thing to follow on the same day that Mamdani won. Sean Ryan won. He was a state senator who people say is kind of corporatist. He wasn't like Mamdani. But he beat Scanlon, Chris Scanlon, I believe, who took over for Byron Brown, who became the head of off-track betting, whatever's left of that. I guess it must pay quite nicely. But yeah, he got an appointment for OTB, New York State. And so Scanlon took over for like 6 months. He was running to get a full term, but he lost. So there might be a new mayor. Hey, I've got a question. Ask. Hey, Tricky. Nice to have you. So, right there is where Theodore Roosevelt got inaugurated. Maybe tomorrow when it's open, we can go to the museum. Open 9 to 5. But cool history. This is where Theodore Roosevelt, right here, right in this building, became president of the United States. OMG, Nora, the jealous one, admitted by her mouth she's putting Jenna Miscavige down because she blew up on TikTok. Well, okay, that's a comment by IC. Hey, here, like Cody, nice to have you. Down to slurry and oink. I don't know what that means. I'm always desperate if that's what you're implying. That's some Brit lingo right there, man. I don't speak Brit. I speak American and Canadianese, but I don't speak Brit. Sorry.